people who are threatened the most, who would want me to be eliminated, is the current government. Because since the last 6 months, since my government has been out of office or through a conspiracy, the party's popularity is unprecedented. No party has had such public acceptability as mine. So we have won out of 37 by-elections in the past 5 months. My party has won 29. So 75% of by-elections we've won. And in all opinion polls, we are sort of by far ahead. So they are threatened. They know in elections they cannot compete. And so their motive was to get me out of the way. They tried other ways. They tried to disqualify me, put terrorism cases on me, oppressing our party, journalists hounded who were trying to portray our point of view. One is the best investigative journalist, Arshad Sharif, was murdered in Kenya, hounded out of Pakistan. I know these 3 people were involved because I knew about the plot. The plot started 2 months back. They decided to bump me off by saying a religious fanatic had killed me. So 2 months back, they started this campaign. The video was made by this intelligence agency. It went on to the politicians, on the state media, where they consistently started this campaign that I offended, I committed blasphemy, and these religious sentiments were upset. So I then exposed this on the 24th of September, on the 7th of October, in a public, big rally, saying exactly this, that this is the plot, and they will have me bumped off by a religious fanatic, pretending that I'd offended, I'd committed blasphemy.
You're talking about corruption, but I go back to the fact that you were in power. What would you have done differently? If you're talking about so many people who are corrupt, do you have any regrets from your leadership, your prior leadership, in terms of not being able to tamp down corruption the way that you're talking about right now?
Well, Melissa, one regret. I came in with a thin majority, a coalition government, weak government. And what I could not do was impose rule of law. Corruption is a symptoms when you do not have rule of law. Rule of law means when you have powerful crooks who are above law, which is what has happened now. These people who've been plundering, these ruling elite, who've been stealing money for 30 years, who have massive corruption cases, have come into the parliament and waived off the corruption cases. So what I could not do is that the Accountability Bureau was not controlled by me, it was controlled by the establishment. So I did not have the power to bring the big crooks under the rule of law, and I could not hold them accountable. And so you're ineffective. I mean, the reason why developing world is poor is because the ruling elites are above law, and I couldn't succeed in bringing them under the rule of law.